What's up, everybody? It's your boy Coke Gotti coming at y'all with another video. In this video, we're gonna get into my predictions for Auburn season. Before we start, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's ride. Starting off, we'll recap last season real quick. Auburn had a shaky season. Not really no prolific wins. The team just didn't look anything like they did the previous year. Offensive line was horrendous. It tightened up a little bit near the end of the season, but it was horrendous. Defense was stout. They had a pretty solid defense, still do, but they just couldn't they couldn't repeat what they did the year before, and they definitely couldn't improve from what they did the year before. But this season coming up, they don't have Jarrett Stidham, which is like the only thing that actually matters for them that they lost. They have their entire offensive line back. And yes, I know last year it was not that good, but it got it better. And if it continues to get better, that line could be one of the best in the country, okay? Not saying the best, maybe not even top 10, but out of 100-plus teams, it could definitely be a top 20 offensive line. Defensively, they have basically everyone coming back. They got Cole coming back. They got Derek Brown coming back. They have their entire secondary coming back. They have Owen Popo who's coming in, and I believe will definitely get playing time and make an impact as a freshman. They have Big Cat Bryant, who's still there and playing in the rotation. The defense, their entire defensive line and their entire secondary is returning from last season, so that's a big plus for them. Starting the season off, they play against Oregon, which will be in Dallas, neutral site. Big time game right here. Oregon's another team that has a lot of experience returning. The difference between Oregon and Auburn is that Oregon has experience at probably the most important position, quarterback. Justin Herbert's returning for his senior year. And Auburn will either be starting Joey Gatewood, who has very, very, very little experience, or Bo Nix, who is a true freshman. Now, personally, I believe Joey Gatewood will end up being the starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, but I do feel like Bo Nix definitely has a legitimate shot at taking that job before the season's out and being a true freshman starter. Bo Nix is that good, in my opinion. I don't care what no one else says. All right? I got them losing to Oregon in the first game of the season. Oregon has the talent. They have the experience. I just see Oregon getting it. Then they come to the house. They get to play Tulane. That'll be a bounce-back game from the loss to Oregon, which, I believe that'll be a great game. I believe it'll be a close game, but I just feel like Oregon's going to get the W in the end. So that'll put Auburn at 1-1 after the Tulane game. Then they stay at the house and they get Kent State. That'll be another good warm-up game, work out some kinks and everything that they have going on. Then they hit the road and start SEC play. They go on the road to Texas A&M, which this is going to be a big-time game. It's going to mean the SEC West is going to be very, very tough this year. I feel like a lot of these teams are going to be battling, and it's going to be rough for a lot of these teams. But I got Auburn losing the first SEC game on the road to A&M. I feel like Jimbo and Kellen Mond and what's his name, Kendrick Rogers or whatever. I feel like A&M's just going to have a lot this year. And they already have a tough-ass schedule. So they don't have time to be, losing to teams that are not in the tough part of their schedule. Then they go back to the house. They play Mississippi State. I got Auburn winning that game. I don't see Mississippi State making too much noise this year. New coach. Players got to buy into the system, everything. I don't know if year 2 is going to be the year for them, but I got Auburn winning the game. Plus, they're at the house. Then they go on the road and play in the swamp. They play Florida. A lot of people have a lot of high hopes for Florida this year. I don't understand it. 2 years ago and McElwain's last year, they looked horrible. And last year, Dan Mullen gave him 9 regular season wins, 10 wins by the end of the year. And like I keep telling Florida fans, the only difference between Mullen and McElwain is that Mullen didn't lose the games he was supposed to win. That's literally the only difference. And I don't have high hopes for Florida. I got Auburn going into the swamp, and I got Auburn smacking Florida. I don't even say it's going to be, a tough game that's going to end. I feel like Auburn will smack them in their own house. Then they go on the road after a bye week, and then they play Arkansas. Easy victory. Auburn definitely wins. Then they go on the road and they hit LSU. This is going to be one of those other SEC West games that are going to be real tough for them. Real tough for LSU, too. I feel like LSU is going to be very improved also. A lot of key players on defense return. They lost a big piece. But on offense, I feel like they're definitely going to be improved. But I got Auburn winning this game on the road in LSU. I feel like Auburn's going to be hungry at this point. And LSU is going to end up slipping to them. LSU is going to have their eyes on other things. I got Auburn beating LSU in LSU. So then Auburn goes to the house and they play Ole Miss. That might not. Ole Miss might surprise a lot of teams this year. They really might. But I got Auburn winning this game against Ole Miss. But Ole Miss definitely is going to be surprising some people. Then Auburn gets a bye. And then they stay at the house. And they play Georgia, my dogs. This game actually could go Auburn's way. I don't see it. I'm not going to predict it. I got Auburn losing this game. But, if you're one of those people that think history repeats itself and this and that, then, maybe Georgia will lose this game. Because since Kirby's came to Georgia, then road games against SEC West teams, he ain't won a single one yet. So maybe not. I'm predicting Georgia to win it because I'm not one of those history repeats itself kind of guys. Every year is a different year in college football. But Auburn could win it. This could be a game, for real. It really could be a game. But I got Georgia winning that. Then Auburn at the house will be playing Sanford after that. That'll be an easy victory. And then they'll finish the season off at the house for the Iron Bowl. I don't have Auburn winning that game. But if they was to knock off Georgia, then maybe they could knock off Bama. Because if history does repeat itself, in the past, 10 years, whatever, anytime Auburn beats Georgia, they beat Bama. So if they beat Georgia, maybe. But I don't got them winning either of those games. So my predictions for Auburn is that they go 8-4 throughout the season, which is improvement from last year. They went 7-5. Worst case scenario, I can see them going 6-6. Best case scenario, I can see them going 10-2, maybe 11-1. But that's it for this video. Hit that like and subscribe button. Stay tuned. I got more teams from the SEC coming up and then more videos dropping before the season starts. It's your boy Coke Gotti, and I'm out.